Hey there watching, my name is Aisha Ochuwa and I'm super excited to introduce my new book to you titled Built to Last. Now from this new book, we'll be discussing different major points that serve as pillars to build a business to last. The very first pillar we'll be discussing is visionary leadership. What is visionary leadership? Visionary leadership is the ability to inspire and motivate the members of your company by establishing and setting out clear visions, articulating clear visions towards which they will drive the company to the next stage. Now, when you set out these clear visions, you have to draft out guidelines that will serve as a roadmap towards that destination you're driving them to. That is visionary leadership. A visionary leader must be creative, innovative, not afraid of change, strategic, passionate about the business, and very industrious. As a visionary leader, you must first of all buy the idea, the visions you have set out for that company. It is the extent to which you buy that idea that other people will align. If you do not believe in the visions you have set out, how do you expect yourself to convince those who do not have the vision? You are the owner of the vision. You have to make them align. You have to convince them. You have to help them see what you see. You have to help them buy the vision. So as a visionary leader, the first point is for you to believe in the vision you have set out. Visionary leaders are forward thinkers. They can see beyond the current state of the company and also encourage others to align. It doesn't matter whether the company is making money now or not. It doesn't matter whether the company has gained the spotlight. Once they believe in that vision, they will cultivate the habit of resilience and encourage every other person involved to align. Visionary leaders are not afraid to make decisions that that will help them achieve their goals. It doesn't matter if other people are against the decisions. It doesn't matter if it makes sense, because sometimes you may have plans that don't seem realistic, plans that will not make sense to the ordinary mind. But because you're a visionary leader, because you know the plans you have for the company, because you know where the company is headed, you will stick to it and make decisions that will help you achieve that plan. That is the role of a visionary leader. Having understood the cause of visionary leaders, let us break down their characteristics into 4 parts. Now, these 4 parts are: 1. The power of foresight. 2. Mission of purpose. 3. Values cultivation in business. And then continuous development. Let's take them one after the other. The very first point is the power of foresight. This is a valuable skill that will help you stay ahead of the curve, get better results, and even recognize opportunities before they spring forth. Once you have the superpower of foresight, you'll be able, once you see a situation, once you see a proposal, you can pick out an opportunity even before the person making the proposal identifies it. Once you see a situation, once you see an opening, once you see a billboard, once you see a product, once you hear of a service, you can identify opportunities there. You can identify a money-making machine out of the slightest thing that others have ignored. As a visionary leader, you must have the power of foresight. Business foresight will help you adapt to changing market conditions, technological advancements, regulatory changes, and consumer preferences, with the sole aim of gaining a competitive edge against your competitors in the market. As a visionary leader, you must invest time, energy, and expertise into gaining great business foresight. Now, there are a number of ways for you to do this. The very first way I will recommend is for you to research and analyze industry trends. Now, how do you research and analyze industry trends? First way, you can join industry-specific associations. For instance, if you are in the manufacturing industry, you can join associations where, they major on manufacturing. When you do this, the implication of it is that you will be in the mix of every industry news. Everything that is going on in your industry, you will be aware because you are part of the association. Now, these associations have WhatsApp groups and other types of platforms where they carry everybody along. There's no way you will be in this mix and not know what is going on in your industry. So that's the very first way I recommend. You can also subscribe to social and economic media platforms where different industry trends are discussed. You can subscribe to business outlets like Business Day. Business Day newspaper discusses different industry trends specific to different industries. So subscribe. There are online platforms where you can subscribe to their news outlets and get information that are industry specific. You can also be either directly or indirectly connected to different government agencies where information, statistics, data about industry trends, about different industries are discussed. An example is, let's say, the health industry. You can be directly or indirectly associated with the Ministry of Health to get all information about the health sector. So this is one way for you to invest your time, your energy and expertise into gaining business foresight. There's no way you'll be in the mix of all of these and not have some form of tangible information about your industry. The second way is for you to conduct your due diligence. As a visionary leader, you don't just pick up any document and sign without first understanding every aspect of that document. You must understand contracts, the legal implication of every contract before you sign. That is you conducting your due diligence. You must know what it's about. You must understand the values proposed, implications, benefits, opportunities, and future implications of every document, every proposal, everything you're giving. Tax implications, legal implications, social implications, industry implications of every document you're giving. You must always conduct your due diligence. Don't just pick up a document and because you are lazy to read, or because of trust, because you trust the person making the proposal, or you trust your staff, or you trust yourself not to make bad decisions, or you think you're such a good judge of character, you just pick up a document and affix your signature without first understanding what the document is about. Even if you have other directors under you, once a document crosses every other office and comes to yours, always try to look for what they missed out on. That's why you are the visionary leader. They may have missed out on points. So pick up the document, take a few days, a few hours, a few minutes to scrutinize, understand. When you have questions, ask your lawyer, ask other industry experts. The implication, there are people who have signed similar documents. Ask them of their experiences. Don't just affix your signature and tie yourself to something that will end your business. As a visionary leader, always conduct your due diligence. The third way is portfolio diversification. As a visionary leader, you must have the ability to spread your investments across different sectors and markets of your industry. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Now, the benefits of spreading your investments across different sectors and markets of your industry is that you can get more returns from your investment. For instance, if you're in the jewelry business, don't just focus on stainless steel jewelry. Now, there is a market for stainless steel jewelry and there is a market for luxury jewelry. So, there are people who feel they have outgrown buying stainless steel. There's a general name they call it panda. So they will not want to wear panda, they will not want to wear the basic jewelry, basic metals. They feel they have made so much money. The reward for their excellence is for them to put on quality jewelry, because people feel the more money, the higher quality. The more precious the metal is, the more befitting of their status it is. So there are people who would not want to wear the cheap ones, they want to wear luxury. So as a jeweler, you should diversify. You should invest in different markets, different sectors of your industry. Invest in stainless steel. Also invest in luxury jewelry. That way, you are capturing this market and capturing the other market, getting more profit from every corner. That is portfolio diversification. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Make the most of your industry. Touch every area of your industry. Don't just focus on stainless steel and miss out on the audience that prefer luxury jewelry. Portfolio diversification, spread out your investments. That is what a visionary leader would do, and that is how a visionary leader will make more money and make the most of the industry. The fourth point is on financial information. Now, this is where a lot of business owners get it wrong. Business owners feel because they are the CEO, because they are the owners of the business, they want to be in direct control of the business finances. This is the way to go down the drain, because the minute you have a total control of every penny that comes into your business, you will squander that money. There will always be a problem that will arise to take that money. Now, if you do not have some form of checkmating mechanism, you will withdraw all the money in your business account and use to sort out problems. Family members will come with problems. You will have your personal problems. There will be business problems that you feel because there's money in the business account. Let's just let this go away. But once you have some form of checkmating mechanism, you can control how you spend. There is always a solution to every problem that does not evolve around you spending every money that comes into your business. Because problems will come, problems are inevitable. Once you have a checkmating mechanism, you will have a voice of reasoning that will tell you, you know what, instead of spending 10 million, let's look for a way to reduce the cost to 2 million. Once you do that, you will see that that thing that you wanted to spend 10 million on, you will find a way to spend 500,000 on it. So as a visionary leader, you must have a financial advisor. A financial advisor will help you mitigate expenses, help you checkmate your expenditure. You will reduce cost because this person's job is to come up with different brilliant ways to help you save money and reduce how you squander your business money, because this is one major reason why a lot of businesses fail. Now, there are businesses that make money by the books. Money is coming in, but there's nothing in the business account. They don't know how. Something always arises to take that money. The business is making money. Every day the business is making 2, 3, 4 million. But at the end of the month, the CEO checks the account and there's 500,000 naira there. How come? Where did this money go to? And by the time they check all the records, they will see that the money actually went to different places. But if there was a financial advisor, if there was a checkmating mechanism, that cost would have been mitigated. Other solutions, substitute solutions would have come up to reduce the expenses of the business. So as a financial advisor, make sure you are not directly involved. Before you withdraw money over the counter, before you get money from the business account, make sure there is another signatory. Let there be some form of accountability. Let there be someone to ask, what do you need this money for? This vacation you want to go on. Okay, you feel it's your royalty, you need to go on a vacation and you want 10 million naira. Can we subsidize it and reduce it to 2 million? Or this payment you want to make, this investment you want to make of 5 million naira, do you think we can work with 500,000? There must be some form of accountability. There must be a checkmating mechanism. There must be a financial advisor. Once you own a business, make sure you are not directly in control of every money that comes into the business account. Make sure there's accountability for the business. Otherwise, you will just be working, making money, and there'll be nothing to show for it. A combination of all these points will help you invest into business foresight, will help you set yourself on the right path, and then you can make other plans. The very next characteristic of a visionary leader is a core understanding of the mission of purpose. What is a business purpose? Business purpose is the main reason for setting up the business. Simply put, the purpose is the reason you set up the business. Why did you set up the business? Now, a core understanding of the mission of purpose will help shaping the size, the functions, the values to offer, the mission, the vision, objectives, every single thing that the company, the business will offer. If you do not even understand the purpose for the business, maybe the business was just set up to make money, you will be confused at the point of structuring the business. So a visionary leader must understand the purpose. What is the mission of purpose? What is the mission of purpose of that business? Now, the mission of purpose of any business can be categorized into 4. The first one is value and impact. The second one is profit generation. The third is legacy, and the fourth is succession. Let's break these 4 points into pieces so we understand in depth what we are discussing. Now let's start with value and impact. The first mission of any company, any business ought to be for the creation of value and impact on the customers, the investors, and every other stakeholder associated, either directly or indirectly, with the business. Now, this is done by coming up with witty inventions to fill up a lacuna or to meet a certain personal, economic, or social need. Another reason why a company will want to create value and give some form of impact is to create some form of employment, to solve the problem of unemployment in the society business is done. There are different ways a company can give value. It's just for you to understand your mission of purpose and align, implement, and attach some form of value and impact to it. The second reason for setting up a company is for profit generation. Profitability is a key objective of any business. This refers to the continuous cash flow of money, income, into the business. Now, when capital is invested into a business, the expectation is that the capital plus extra money comes back to the business. That extra money is the profit. That is what profitability is about. Profitability is an indicator of the well-being of a business. This shows that the business is not only putting money in, but something is coming out of it, and there is a reward for all the stress, all the employment, all the production, everything that the business is doing. There is some form of reward. That is profitability. This is one of the major reasons why people set up companies. This is one of the mission or purpose of starting a business in the first place. Building a strong business legacy involves a great commitment to integrity, ethical practices in business operations, and good communication with every stakeholder involved, including employees, customers, investors, suppliers, every single person associated with your business. It also involves a track record of great profitability and success in the business, something for onlookers to hold on to and say, oh, this business is worthy of emulation. This business is worthy of the applause you're giving to it. This business is worthy of association. That is what a strong business legacy is about. So as a visionary leader, you must be concerned about building a legacy that would outlive the owners, that would outlive the current operators of the business, that will stick to the name of the business and stand the test of time. The very fourth mission of purpose is succession. Now, because a company is a going concern, there must be a structure in place that will outlive the current owners of the business. That is what succession is about. Now, when the current owners of the business retire, die, or some form of situation comes up, or there is some form of merger or acquisition, who will be in place or who will be in charge of the company? That's what succession is about. There must be a structure that will enable continuity, that will enable transfer from generation to generation, from owner to owner, from group to group. So succession planning is a must when setting up a business. You must see beyond the current ownership, the current leadership, the current management of the business, and put in place structures that will outlive the present administration of the business, that will entertain generations to come. Change of ownership, succession planning is a must, so that if there's any situation that arises for a form of change or a slight change or major change in the company, it won't affect the daily activities of the company. The normal business activities will still flow, just that the owners have changed, just that there was a slight breach, but nobody will even notice. That is what succession planning is about. There must be a plan in place to accommodate that. The third characteristics of a visionary leader is values cultivation in business. Some people carry on their businesses without any form of value. Now here we're talking about integrity, honesty, respect, responsibility, empathy, courage, perseverance, unity, loyalty, reliability, accountability, diversity, creativity, innovation, appreciation, dedication, and resilience. These are values that your businesses must reflect, because people can see through your activities. If you promise to deliver an item by 2 p.m. the next day after payment, don't change your mode of conduct once the customer pays the money. Make sure you do everything to ensure that the customer receives that order, receives that item by 2 p.m. the next day. That is what values cultivation is about. You must do what you say and say what you do. If you know you cannot do this thing, don't say it to the customer for the customer to make payment, because there is a next time, and people have a working brain. They will remember, they will tell people. It will keep going like that if you do not checkmate your activities. So please make sure that in all of your business activities, values can be seen. These values can be seen. That is one of the characteristics of a visionary leader. Take values personally. Make sure your businesses reflect positive values and not negative values. That's the only way you can make more money as a business owner, because once people know that your brand is honest, your brand is reliable, responsible, they will want to keep doing business with you. The fourth characteristic of a visionary leader is continuous development. As a leader, your learning process will never end. You must continuously seek ways to increase in wisdom. Yes, wisdom, skills, expertise, and vision. You must look for ways to network, read books, get mentorship, gain more knowledge, so you can impact this knowledge on your workers. If you are in the fashion designing field and you have no knowledge on product drafting, on how to make a corset or how to create beautiful designs, how do you expect to impart that knowledge on your workers? How will you even engage in discussions with your workers? Because they will know that their boss knows nothing about the industry, and that's why they'll treat your business anyhow. But once you engage in conversations with your workers and you are impacting knowledge, you're spitting intelligence, they will be under pressure to increase the knowledge themselves, because they have to align, they have to match your intelligence, they have to show you value. If the boss is only the only one showing value and they are not doing, and how would they ask for a salary increment? So your increased knowledge will put some form of pressure on others working under you to also match up your intelligence. As a visionary leader, you must always seek ways to develop yourself, always seek ways to increase in knowledge, skills, expertise, and everything that involves around your industry and your business. All of these are attributes of a visionary leader, and as the head of a company, you must be a visionary leader. It's not an option, you don't have a choice. You must be a visionary leader. You must embody all of these characteristics. You must show value. This is the only way to grow your business. This is the only way to make your business a going concern. This is the only way to be that coordinated boss that you ought to be that leader, that exemplary leader, that visionary leader that you ought to be.
Aisha.